Hey everyone, welcome back to what is it? List building video 4. I've been kind of excited to put this one together, so I wanted to make sure that I took enough time to go over how to do this. I've covered a free traffic method, showing you direct results of a test I did to get free traffic from Google and how well it worked. Anyways, we're going to get started right away. It's super simple and it's super easy. So most of you have been around and you know about Free Traffic Heaven that I did as a review. In fact, most of you were probably appalled by the review that I did because you'll notice what it has here. It has a few key things. I've got a picture, I've got another picture, and I've got a video. And if you notice, I don't even really have any content whatsoever. So this is an important thing to consider next time you buy a product that says you need content-rich material. Your site needs to have content. I have a lot of reviews, but not all of them are really spectacular in length, or none of them are really designed for keywords or anything like that, except for this one in particular, Free Traffic Heaven. So what I did was I learned a few things and I went out and I tried to see what would happen. So here I am at my site and I've got an image. All I simply do is when I insert that image into my post, I tag it with the keyword of what I want to be recognized for. Free Traffic Heaven. And then there's a caption. So I say Free Traffic Heaven is about, or the greatest thing about Free Traffic Heaven. There's the caption, and then there's another title or list, and you write Free Traffic Heaven in it. That's simple, guys. Not a whole bunch of crazy different 150 reviews, scan this, that, blah, 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 all the tags you can think of. That's an absolute waste of your time, and I'm going to prove it to you. Um, I have the image again. So this top image here is just a copy of this little image right here. And then you come down and you see I have two sentences, and they're not laid out really well. This was just a test, so if any of you ever wonder why this was such a terrible post, this is why. I tested this, and then I inserted a video that when I uploaded it to YouTube, I just tagged it Free Traffic Heaven or WSO Review Free Traffic Heaven, and then I put in the list, I said Free Traffic Heaven, and then I did Free Traffic Heaven Review. So two keywords, and that was it. So make sure that you tag your videos appropriately. You don't need to go out and find every different variation of your product's keyword. Just simply put in what it is. Uh, it's pretty direct, and it's not looking for a whole bunch of different information. I wanted to be noticed for WSO Review Free Traffic Heaven. That's what I wanted to get noticed for because this was my product. So I just tagged it that. All this other stuff is crazy. Now, another important thing is that we want to do Google Plus. It's an icon you can simply add no problem onto your WordPress blog. Sorry about that. I got a little lost there. Just simply Google it. They have, or YouTube. Check YouTube for a video on how to install one of these. It takes 30 seconds. You can find the plugin. Really simple. Anyways, you just share it. I have one person who has Google Plus this, and that's it. So what we've got here is we've got the keyword a couple times, no content, a social signal where it's shared here. I would also suggest you share it once on Facebook and once on Twitter. That's it. And then you've got some social signals. So we've got our social signals, keyword, video, tagged properly. We have a terrible little sentence, two sentences here, and everyone's okay, yeah, we get how bad this is. No, you need to understand how bad this is because if you look at this image right here, it's tagged. That's what we have. And the results of doing all of this currently have me at number like 5 on page 1. So I haven't done anything to my site in quite some time, but I dominated number 1 and I dominated here during the key time of Free Traffic Heaven when people were looking for it. I haven't since done a lot to the site. You're just going to have to take my word for it. So that's Free Traffic Heaven. And that's what happens when you type in, I'll show you up here, Free Traffic Heaven. You get proof of my site right here. Okay? And that's from this simple post right here that we talked about earlier. So this is proof, okay, that this method works for getting traffic. You need to have a site, and yeah, you need to work on it, you need to update it. And for a while I was really heavy at it, but I really like the membership way where I get to send emails as opposed to post on a website. I don't want it to be a shopping mall. That's not what I'm about. I want you to actually get reviews on good WSOs. So I don't do much on the site. But if this is your website and this is what you're going to do to make money, this is how you're going to drive traffic to it. Simple things like videos and social signals tag, and they lead to #1 on Google. So, oh, and yeah, by tagging it properly, I'm going to actually show you. Oh, sorry. I'm going to show you Free Traffic Heaven, and I'll show you where I come up. There's the paid ads, and there I am, #2. So I'm ranking #2 on Google, and me and him bounce back and forth, which is odd because he's got far more views than I do. So I have 136 views total of this. I honestly did not make sales because I had just started when it comes to this. So what happened is I got ranked, and eventually this is what we did. We got 180 hops, and I did $39 for 3 minutes worth of work. So we're getting $39 for 3 minutes worth of work. Can you not do that, I don't know, 15, 20 times a day if you really wanted to? It's simple. Obviously, you want to add some content for your readers and stuff, but this was just a test to see what you actually needed to make this succeed. So now we know how to rank on #1 on Google. Now remember, if you're going to go into the make money online niche and you think you're going to rank for make money online, you have to compete with people that have lists upon or accounts upon accounts upon accounts upon accounts. So you want to kind of stick with solo ads and stuff like that, or the next method I'm about to show you. But if you're going into some lesser known areas to make yourself an extra 39 bucks a month, I mean, you can't go wrong. And you're going to dominate because you now know the secret. It's really that simple. I've just proven it to you. So, gonna get out of there, here, and the next one I'm going to talk about is media buying, because it's often overlooked, and I found a really killer niche to show it to you and to show you how powerful it is. Like, we looked at knitting. Knitting is not exciting for me. If it is for anyone out there, then good for you, but apparently it's exciting to quite a few people. They have a Google search bar. They've got all sorts of advertising all over the place here, so apparently there's some money to be made in knitting. But we're going to talk about advertising right now. You can see they're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they're on YouTube, Pinterest. I don't even know what that one is. iTunes, there you go. And yeah, they're everywhere. So they do have a bit of a social existence. Like, people know who they are. Anyways, we head on down to advertise, which you can see. Most websites will allow you to advertise. Now this one's a bit professional. You can tell by looking at all the ads over here. So when we come down, what you'll find is you'll find something called a media kit, where they will actually tell you what to do. Here we've got Doreen Connors is the director of advertising sales, and I'm assuming this is with Vogue magazine. So this one would probably end up being expensive, but what I'm saying is you have the actual ability to come to the websites. This is a really professional one, so you get a media kit and actually people to talk to. But you're going to find little mom and pop shops, websites that people just have AdSense and maybe one ad here, and it's not really nice. And they're getting a lot of traffic, which you'll have to do your keyword research on. But we're not picking your niche. We're just trying to get you some free traffic for the niche you already have. So yeah, that's one way to do it. Here is you come in and you buy this advertising space here. But I did want to point out on this last page, I believe it was, right here, the one thing that you'll note is that you probably buy a solo ad from these people because they have an opt-in form. Right there at the middle of at the beginning of their page, they collect emails. So you might be able to get a solo ad from places like this. So that is a really key cheap way, because if this is just some guy sitting at home running his florist shop, but he's getting lots of hits, you could probably get a lot of really cheap advertising that is extremely targeted for very, very, very cheap. So that is a great way. Guys, we want hungry buyers, we want people that want what we have to sell. We need to find stuff like this, and we need to get out there. So this is the perfect way to do it. Um, and then the next way that nobody is using right now, and I can't understand why, well, obviously they don't know, our Facebook cover ad. Like, you can rent this space off of these people here. The knitting club might have no idea that they could make money off of that, so they're not doing it yet. So you simply contact them and you make the arrangements for, I will, if they don't know, I will give you $25 for a month or a week to just put my ad up here. I mean, you'll probably end up, you might pay 25 bucks a day with these guys, but they have 285,000 likes, which is great. But what I see is there's 14,000 people this week alone talking about this particular site. So that means you are going to get in front of 14,000 people more than likely. Let's say you get in front of 10,000 people for $25. That is a pretty good deal, especially if you have an ad up here. Now you can get an ad at the Warrior Forum for about 10 bucks. Just ask for a Facebook ad, cover page photo, yeah, cover image. Just tell them that you're looking for a Facebook cover image, and you can get one made for 10 bucks on the Warrior Forum for whatever site you're advertising for. Now remember, it doesn't have to be knitting. You could be in the dog walking niche, whatever. The point is that your cover photo here, you are actually able to use. Okay, and what'll happen is you'll put it up there, people will click on the image, and it'll have a link to your site with a little description. Very simple, very cheap, effective advertising. And that is also the make money tip here. You can go and create a knitting club, and you can start advertising these awesome niche websites, and you can tell people that you're accepting advertising by heading out into other niche sites. And if you, let's say knitting's good and you know where affiliates are, you can go there and let them know that you offer advertising. There's so many different ways that you can go about making money and driving traffic, and this is one of the best underrated ways to drive traffic right now. So those are some really cool methods to show you that that you can build a list for very cheap and free, and you can also make sales for free. So that is the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and come back and watch these videos. And I also wanted to say, keep your eyes open for Bill Hugel's Elite Members Club blog. That is going to be the place that I go. I post random videos about things I'm seeing in the marketplace with not in the marketplace, but actually in the community and what's happening in IM. And I just keep everyone up to date on what's going on, and constantly update it with some good free training. No junk articles. You're not going to find any affiliate marketing or any of that junk on there. There will be no links whatsoever to anything. Just some really good places I come to talk about internet marketing and teach you guys some cool stuff. So thanks a lot for stopping by, and I will see you the next time I see you. Thanks.